Yeah, let's go back. Welcome into another episode of the Best 3 Inside Edition. It's your host, Andre, aka High Speed 30, aka Hail to the Redskins. You know I'm standing at the chopping block ready to scout me some fucking heads, starting with that bum Justin. But that's another issue for another day. We got our star-studded cast. We got the commissioner. We got my man Mo B. What's good, Mo?
What's happening? What's going on?
Madden 19 has basically arrived.
It has arrived. It is here.
We got the co-commish. We got my man Jay. What's good, Jay?
It's all good, man. I'm here, my niggas.
And last but not least, we got the champ or the chomp. I don't know what we're gonna call him. We got my man Antoine. What's good?
Hey, I need a co-host fee or something. I need to get paid for co-host. I'm like the fourth co-host or something. I need to get my money. That's what I need.
Hey man, happy birthday to the chomp. I mean to the champ, man. Just had a birthday, man. Happy birthday to the champ. You know what I'm saying? 79, baby. So that's a good year, man. I was born in 79.
Hey, I am fully sober right now. Last night, no. Right now, yes.
Absolutely. Look, Madden 19 has arrived. R.I.P. to Madden 18. It was a mixed year. What'd you think about Madden 18, Jay? I already know, but just tell us what you thought about Madden 18.
Pure shit. I couldn't stand it. I was glad it was over. I'm glad they at least tried to fix some of the glitchy shit that was on there. And I think that was one of maybe the second worst or maybe the first worst Madden in the past 5 or 6 years. I'm so glad 19 is here. You just don't understand. I hated it.
Hey Mo, did you agree with that? What'd you think about Madden 18?
And I agree. It was some fluky shit with that game. The running game was just outrageous this year, man. How people could hit the corner and be gone. You know what I mean? The fucking receivers blocking the way they were. I just thought it was kind of unrealistic. You know, I like to run the ball. I like to throw too, but running just made whoever liked to run just unstoppable. You know what I mean? I just thought it a little bit unrealistic, but I hear they're correcting a lot of that this game. So looking forward to it in a few days.
All right, Antoine. What did you think about Madden 18 overall? The overall product they put out for Madden 18? Antoine still with us?
And I'm back. Oh, my bad.
Idiot.
Yeah. What'd you think about Madden 18? The overall product they put out?
Hello?
Yeah.
He's still drunk for his birthday.
Yeah, you gotta excuse him.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here now. I'm back.
All right. So what'd you think about Madden 18 overall? The overall product they put out for Madden 18 the past year.
After playing 19, 18 was some shit. I could tell you that. 18 was some shit compared to what 19 is. It's a whole lot different and a whole lot better. But 18, I'm glad it's gone. So we're gonna bury it right now.
How y'all niggas get a hands on the game already? You know, all these folks get the code.
You gotta get an Xbox. Get an Xbox.
They gave him 10 free hours on Xbox because Xbox in the bed with EA.
Sometimes it's good to be a whore. I'm just saying.
Hey, but look, let me put my spin on. Hey, let me put my spin on 18, man. After playing 16, 17, and then get to 18. I think the new Frostbite engine threw the whole Madden for a loop. I don't think they were really ready and prepared to incorporate the Frostbite engine. They had a whole year to work on it, and that's why the product in 19, from what I'm hearing, a lot of good things is brewing in 19. And so I think in 18 it made it far too fucking easy for people to run the football. And I'm a running guy from 17. 17 was a lot harder to run than 18. And in 18, I stopped running as much because it was too easy to run. I mean, so they did some good things in 18, but overall, it was what it was. They just had to put out a game for the 18 season. Now, moving on to Madden 19. Madden 19 is going to be, it's not for a gamer. So if you're a gamer, you about to get your ass destroyed. Like, I can tell you that right now. You got to be able to call plays. You can't sit there and run the same fucking plays all day. You ain't just going to run the ball just because they're going to allow you to run it. You know what I mean? No more of that fake ass cutting to the sideline and they get a speed burst cut and then next thing you know they gone. That shit's done. Antoine, you played 19 on the Xbox.
Right.
Give a little bit of tell everybody a little bit about the running game as far as in 19 so far that you've experienced.
Oh, the running game is much harder. I think the use of the real player motion will throw a lot of people for a loop. It's a little bit much slower. You gotta wait for your blocks to really engage this time, and the defense is much more aware in the running game this time. None of that stupid stuff you seen in 18. Now they do need to patch a couple of things. I've seen some. Well, they did have a patch yesterday. They did fix a lot of stuff, but the RPM, like I said, I think 19 would throw a lot of people off, and I think a lot of people would hate it at first because you can't run as easy. Like I played 15 games. No, I haven't seen one person get over 80 yards except for one game I played. That was it. I mean, it's totally different.
So what did you think about? Because I know one of my things in 18 that I absolutely hated. I'm talking about from the start of 18 all the way to the end of 18 is the defensive player's reaction to a scrambling quarterback. The motherfuckers that sit there and watch the quarterback run 5 or 6 yards down the field before they react. Is that the same in 19?
No, it's not the same. I mean, you could send them to go get them now. I mean, I think that was in there last year too. But you said you could send them to go get them, but like I said, they'll attack the quarterback to run it. They'll attack them, but you just can't just put anybody in a spot. If you put a slow person in a spot, he's just gonna be slow. It is what it is. So I mean, they did fix a lot of stuff in the game this year, which is a good thing.
Absolutely. All right, Moby, what is the main thing that you wanted to see them fix in Madden 19 that wasn't in 18? Give me like your top thing.
Oh man, I still thought I know you have your thing on. I still thought the linebacker use was there. They need to fix that, and from what I hear, they have. There's still too many. I saw middle linebackers or even outside linebackers getting a lot of picks, and if that can change, that'd be good. You know, that'll help people with diverse passing games, or people who like to do different things in the passing game. The guy can't cover the fucking middle of the field from the line of scrimmage all the way down 30 yards. I like to see that improve. From what I hear, you can't. The middle linebacker is not taken away. It's much more difficult to do that. You make a choice, and that's your choice. You can't be covering 3 parts of the field with one guy. So I hear that's improved.
I like to interject on that.
Go ahead. What's your thought on it?
They have fixed that. And also that what they added, if your back is turned, you can't make the play on the ball. I was amazed by it.
Yeah,
this guy kept throwing it right at me.
Because I've seen dudes running, and my God, they're just
backwards and turn around and catch the ball. Yeah.
So they did fix that, and they'll make you choose a route. You just can't be in the middle of the field. Take like 3 or 4 routes. Now they're still awesome super linebackers in the game. You'd be like, how the hell you pick it up? But it's a little far. It's a little like spread out this time. It's like you won't see it every game.
All right, Jay. What was some of the things that was in 18, or what was the main thing in 18 that you wanted to see them fix going into Madden 19?
Hey, I think Mo said it all. That's basically the only thing I was really cared about. You know what I mean? Not gonna go through. I mean, Mo said everything. But it's funny how that this bastard Antoine went and got the game and tried to figure out to see if you can even do it because he's the king of it. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I still got some picks on people. Don't get it wrong. Ain't nothing changed. I still got some picks on people.
Shut it up. Shut it up, Chief.
Well, it's a little bit harder this time.
I lost a lot of games because of that shit. And that's why I went the out routes,
Hey, but for real though, in 17, that shit was ridiculous. Motherfuckers were going around holding that triangle, and they were just getting picks. So they toned it down a little bit more in 18. You could still get picks in 18 because I got my fair share, but you just couldn't run around holding the triangle. And in 19, they took it a step further. So that's definitely a step in the right direction as far as making the game more closer to real life football, because we don't see a linebacker in the NFL getting 10, 15, 20 interceptions. That's just not realistic. And in every league that I was in, middle linebackers is leading the fucking league in interceptions, which is crazy.
That makes sense. Unrealistic.
All right, for me, it was a couple things that I wanted to see them fix in 19 that wasn't in that was in 18. One of the main things I couldn't, it just disgust me is the fucking leg fumbles. You don't see a fucking person get hit in the legs and just fumble every fucking time off of hits there. That shit is over with. You can't. They took out the leg fumble aspect of it, which is more realistic. The other thing for me, if a player got high hit power, they should have an advantage on hit sticks. You know what I'm saying? And knocking the ball loose, or when a receiver coming across the middle. And if your safety got nice hit power, he should be able to knock it out. But if your safety do not have nice hit power, in my mind, I feel like the receiver should be able to hang on to the football.
What about the off-ball injuries, man? Have they made any improvement on that? You know, linemen going down for 6 to 8 weeks or some shit that you didn't even see. Did they improve that?
Well,
like the off-ball injuries. You know how it was somebody away from the play, he was injured and then he was out for weeks.
And that was random for me. I mean, I really didn't. I did get murdered in one league off some injuries, and some of them was off ball. I really didn't have too much of a problem with it now. I think that as far as league settings, you can set injuries to a certain, test it out before we actually start the franchise. We'll test out the injury aspect of it and then tone it to fit. That's something more natural versus the whole team getting destroyed off of injuries. All right, but look, let's get to what we came here for, and that's the best 3 top 10 users. Maybe like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks now, we did a poll, and everybody voted on who was the top 10 users in best 3. Did you think that poll, based off of the votes from the straw poll that we did, did you think that the votes was pretty accurate, Mo?
It was somewhat fair. There's a couple people on there that I didn't think would be there. I don't know was that the buddy system or not, but yeah, I think it was pretty much accurate to what my list was going to be. There were some people I wouldn't have put on the list, and it's not no disrespect, but it's just my damn opinion. And that list is kind of fugazi with a couple of people on it. So
absolutely. Hey Jay, your man Tony was like, "How the fuck you get?" I think like 3 or 4 votes. So he was trying to figure out how. He was worried about your vote. What do you think about Tony worried about your votes?
I don't give 2 motherfucking shits about what motherfucking about me, my motherfucking votes. You mind your motherfucking business. Wait till 19 come out. See me. I'm home at 6 o'clock, and we ready to roll to play our game. But the top 10 was kind of fair. Minus. My thing was we basing it off last Madden? Was we basing it off the last 2 Maddens? Was we basing it off the whole best 3? Since we've been in existence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. Cause a couple of these folks just got here a couple years ago. Yeah, we voting. Yeah, they looking good. Last man with some shit. Yeah, they look great. A couple Maddens ago, they weren't so great. Like 3, 4 Maddens ago, niggas weren't so great. But now they're great now. But they're top 10. You know what I mean? So it can be fair, but not fair. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I didn't get it, but it's all good.
All right, for me, the criteria in my mind from when I set it up was you got to kind of go with. You don't have no choice but to go with what you know from a history standpoint of a guy. You know what I mean? And last year was the most recent history, so we had to go with some of that. But we also got to try to project. You know what I mean? You got to try to project going forward into 19. Now, if they took out a lot of shit that they took out, it might affect somebody's game. You know what I'm saying? It might affect their effectiveness. And so basically, I just wanted to get just a viewpoint of the whole league on where they think users stand. And let's look at the list, man. Let's look at the list. We're gonna start with number 10. Number 10 was the homeboy expert, my man from the Dynasty, came over to BEST3. He played last year, took Nav's team. What you think about expert? Ain't stayed in the division with him.
Expert was in my division last year. He's a pretty good user. But one thing about Expert is if you get him out his game, he just loses it. Well, he needs to work on that a little bit more. But other than that, he's a pretty good user. He's a pretty good user, though. He's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Well worked in the 10 spot.
Do you think Expert should have been number 10, Mo?
He's very new to the league, man. That's kind of wanted to say, but just watching him, you know, what he is, an MVP, a year and a half in BEST3. Yeah, he definitely has a solid game, you know, and deserves credit. I think he, as far as my list, would be just outside of the top 10 for me, but by a narrow margin. So it's not that this is off base with him being at 10. He would have been on the outside for me, but you know, still very solid, very, very solid. No fugazi game type of player, straight up Madden. So that's what I appreciate. So, you know, I respect that he's at 10. So I have no issues with that.
Hey, what you think about Expert's game?
Like Expert. You know, I had a little small stint in Dynasty League, so I've seen him play in Dynasty. Came over to MVP, seeing him there. Now, my only thing is he's very new to BEST3. He just came in. He acquired Nav's team, which is already, you know how Nav did it. He had it built up. So,
stop.
So I put Expert in my top 10 based on what you said for projected. I think he's top 10 probably in 19. He will be. But if we're going from, you know, the past and all that stuff, I wouldn't put him there because he's new.
Absolutely.
But I'm putting him in top 10 as projected.
All right, let's go to number 9, Jay. Speaking of projections and moving to number 9. Number 9 on the list voted. He got 9 votes. Was a guy that you're used to playing, you're used to seeing. We got the homeboy West from down south. What you think about West's game? And should he be at number 9?
You know, I like West game. I think number 9 is pretty fair. I think 9 is pretty fair. West has been in the league for a while. Been very consistent. We have consistent back and forth battles. Yeah, I can't dispute that. You know, I think he's top 10. And projected, he's still going to be around in there. 9-10 spot for me, projected.
Antoine, did you vote for West in the top 10? Did you put him in the top 10?
Yeah, I think I did put him in the top 10. Yeah, he's been in the Super Bowl in another league, so he does have some game. So yeah, now number 9 is right about where he should be at. He can get better, like I said. His offense for the past couple of matches toss left and right. I don't think that's going to work this time, West. So you need to find something new if you want to stay in the top 10. I'm just saying.
Hey Mo, what'd you think about West's game? Should he be inside the top 10?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I kind of almost same way left of what Jay is saying with the longevity of consistency, and he's been there. You know, every year, man. I mean, if we really start to tally up wins and keep track of it, he will be there. He will be there averaging 10, 11 games a season. You know, I think last Madden was probably the first one I seen him take some games and seasons off. You know, but we'll see this year. You know, he may not. He might really be consistent and make a name for him. Not that he got to make a name for himself, but just to show he's top 5 worthy. You know, but yeah, he definitely deserves that spot on top 10.
Man, I like West's game, man. I voted for him in the top 10. Every time I played him, like I be feeling like I'm supposed to blow him the fuck out of there, right? But he hangs around. The motherfucker hangs around. And I had a tie game with him one of them years, and I think he beat me in another league, like last second shit. Like I let him hang around. Felt like, but I feel like his game is solid. But I think that, you know, not just West, but a lot of people gonna have to expand their playbook come 19. So that's gonna be some free chicken for the homeboy West. Let's move on to number 8, man. We got the homeboy from the Detroit area, from the Michigan area. We got the homeboy Jay Murray. Antoine, talk a little bit about Jay Murray game. I mean, I know you think he's supposed to be in the top 10. This guy got a bowl.
Hey, I think he should be higher than number 8. I think he should be like right outside of 5. He fell off a little bit last year, but because I know he had a lot of stuff. You think he was moving and stuff like that, but I think he should be a little bit higher than 8. He is a very good game. If he focuses, you don't know what the hell he's doing. He's very meticulous in his offense. He's very good. He's very good. So I think he should be higher, but they put him at number 8. So that's what they put him.
Yeah, he had 9 votes along with Wes and Expert. But Jay Murray at number 8. You think he should be at number 8, Mo?
Nah, I definitely agree with Antoine. He'd be either 5B, 5A or 5B, man. He's one of the tougher players I play, because you can be in a game with him in a game and, could be winning, but he makes great adjustments. I've seen this dude make adjustments. I'm like, wow. Something that you were just burning him with, and he just comes back, make adjustments, and next you know, he's winning. And then on top of you it's a wrap. And it's consistent. So I definitely agree with that. He's low on this list.
All right, Jay, that's your division mate, along with Wes. Tell us a little bit about Jay Murray game, and do you agree he should be a little bit higher on this list?
Yeah, man. Jay Murray is my buddy, old pal in BEST3, man. I think he should be higher because he's constantly a division winner. He's made it to the Super Bowl and won it. I don't know if he won it more than twice, but I know he's been there more than twice. But the thing that's sickening about it is that me and Jay, we split all our games probably like 50-50. Like I never beat him more than he beat me, and he haven't beat me more than I beat him. But for some reason, I can't get up there. Same with West. But I believe Jay Murray deserves to be a little higher than that. He's definitely a great player.
Yeah, man. Jay Murray, by him winning a bowl, I mean, I could put him above a few of these guys. Ty, Ricardo. I mean, I hate to call them out, but I don't give a fuck. And he took the Lions, you know what I'm saying? He took the Lions squad to do it, you know what I'm saying? So look, I definitely think Jay Murray should probably be higher on this list, but we got him slotted number 8, and we'll see what happens in 19, man. Maybe 19 will be that year where he gets back to a bowl and win something with them Lions. All right, let's move on to number 7. Number 7 on the list is my man Jay's man, his favorite guy, Hollywood Ty. Hollywood Ty Cole, man. And the reason why I call him Hollywood, because when you play this motherfucker, right, or you got him on your schedule and you try to schedule the game, you on his time. The motherfucker gonna Hollywood the shit out you. Yeah, I got to do this, I got to do that, and look, are you gonna play or not? What you think about Hollywood being the number 7, Jay?
This guy. Ty got a great game, man. I will give it to him. He don't know, but I do respect this game. Even though some of the shit I don't like how he played, like moving the fucking defense in, and he'll try to find little stupid shit to do to win, which I don't think he has to. He don't have to, but he could. I didn't actually put him that high in my top 10. I didn't really because he don't have a hell of an offense. He don't have enough plays, but his defense is A1.
Absolutely.
Man, who drives the El Segundo, man? What the hell is going on here?
Got my man stuck in traffic shit here, beeping horns and all that shit. Hey, this is a real live TV, live broadcast. All right, so look, Mo, tell me a little bit about Ty Game, man. We got him at number 7. Should he be higher?
Should it be higher? I think Ty is around where he needs to be, between a 5 and 7 range. He definitely top 10, just because how tough he is, you know. And when he's engaged, he's definitely tough. When he loses focus, he can care less, and you can tell. But when he's engaged, man, he's tough. And you know, people talk about his 3-4 plays, a dragging, running the quarterback. It works for him. For whatever reason, it works for him. But I think what's underrated is his defense. You know, people talk about his offense, but his defense is what is his staple, to be honest with you. Consistently building guys, top 10 in defense. That's why he's there. So
he's a 2,000 Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, so he'll stick around because of his defense, man. So yeah, definitely that is where he's supposed to be. 5 to 7. That's the range for Ty.
All right, Antoine, what you think about Ty being in number 7? Did you vote for him in the top 10?
Yeah, I put him in the top 10. I agree with Mo. 5 to 7 is where, yeah, that's his spot. That's his spot. Ty he's a good user when he wants to be. But when he start getting lazy, it's just, I don't know what happens. But if he focuses and he plays like I know he could play, he could win championships. But he just, I don't know what happened the last couple of Maddens. But he definitely could play. He definitely could play. I respect his game, even though he does do some cheesy stuff sometimes. But I don't think that's going to work this time. But hopefully he adjusts, and we're going to see where it goes.
Yeah, I was just about to say that defensive end bullshit might be over in 19. Hey, find another tactic, buddy. That defense might suffer a little bit. Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you about Ty that I like. Before I do that though, how many championships have he won in Best 3? I don't know. I'm only been here for one real Madden. So for what did he win anything in 17 or 16?
Yeah, I think he. Wait a minute.
Oh no, it's been a while. He did, but it was back in the older ones. The older ones he won.
What, like Madden 25 or some shit?
Like when we had, like Mo, when we had Dante and
yeah, he won then.
That's when he was in.
So basically, it's better man.
Yeah, we had some other good players back then, like real solid motherfuckers back then. And that's when he was one.
All right, so look, I'm gonna put a challenge out to Ty. Before you start running your mouth, get some hardware, win something, okay? Because you like to talk a lot. Now, I do respect the fact. I'm gonna tell you one of the things I admire about Ty's game is his GM skills and drafting. This motherfucker got the draft guide or some shit. He be drafting in the 6th or 7th round. He be drafting like real good players. Like this motherfucker, like did he hack the system and know who to pick? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about Ty game. Should he be higher? No. Not in my mind. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he can't score any fucking points. You know what I mean? Now his defense is solid, but if you score 10 points, you got him over. It's over. Because he can't score. He's on the hope and the prayer offense. That's the type of offense he got. Drag, inside zone, throw it up. Hope, please. Oh shit. So that's the type of game Ty got. Let's move on to number 6 though, man. I just gave everybody the scouting report for Ty, so he shouldn't be winning a lot of games in NFC South. All right, so let's move on to number 6, man. We got a guy, man. He's consistent. He's gonna take his Jets. He don't give a fuck what their rating is, and he seems to get them to be a solid football team. What do you think about Ricardo's game, Mo?
Oh man, I don't want to say similar. I think as far as what I mean similar is defensively, man, he's underrated. I know, y'all gonna call him out as a cover 2, cover 3. He just runs it, or 4, consistently all game. But for some reason, man, either catch a lot of interceptions, get a lot of the fucking sacks with a safety or corner. But he's always in a tough division. If Stack's in his division, and they always battling it out. So he's not over, you know, and I won't say he overrated, man, because he's consistently shown every Madden he's been in with Best 3, he's been up there. He's been either conference or division or playoffs. So that's consistent, man. I think it's big. And he's up there. I think he's deserving of that spot 5 or 6. You know, every year he's up there. So I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree with 6.
You agree with that, Antoine? You played Ricardo in multiple leagues. What'd you think about his game?
He's deserving of the number 6 spot. However, I don't think he's going to be top 10 next Madden if he don't change his game up. Like I said, he's the one that runs left, right. It does a couple of plays. It's not going to work this year. That cover stand and cover 4, that's not going to work this year. So hopefully he changes his game and evolve from what he did last year.
All right, Jay, do you think Ricardo will be a top user in 19? We got him in number 6.
Projected? Maybe. I mean, I got him up there. You know, I got him, I think about 6 or 7 in between there. Hey, he another solid player. He's been around for a while. Always been consistent. So I don't see how that's going to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think 6 or 7 is good for him.
Yeah, this motherfucker got a glitch or something. He had fucking safety getting like 30 sacks. The fuck? what the fuck is going on with a safety getting 30 sacks? See, I have a problem with certain unrealistic shit. You know what I mean? And that's one of them. A safety getting 30 sacks is ridiculous. A linebacker getting 15 to 20 interceptions in my mind is ridiculous. I was more proud of a team that I had when I had a cornerback get 14 interceptions. I thought that was outstanding for a cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Because they get more targets. Not your middle linebacker, not usering. That don't impress me. But that shit's over with in 19. So figure out something else. Ricardo, man, he's solid. You know what Ricardo got? I call him. He got that Herman Boone offense from Remember the Titans. They got that Herman Boone shit, boy. They're gonna run that shit to the left, to the right. Maybe throw a deep joint every so often. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see how that work out for you in 19. All right, let's move on to number 5, man. We got one of my favorite guys to discuss. Oh, hold up, the top 5. Let me. We just did based off the votes. I took the panel. We did our votes, and number 5 on the list is, like I said, one of the guys I like to talk about. He been running his mouth. He been talking all type of. Oh, he just runs his mouth. Why y'all letting him say this? Why y'all letting him say this? That's how he sound, like a cold skirt. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I'ma say whatever the fuck I want to say, and when we play, I'ma do whatever the fuck I want to do. But let's talk about Justin, man. Justin is number 5 on the list. Do you think Justin should be number 5 on the list? Is this too low for him? Jay?
Figured you're coming to me first. Now, let me ask you this question. When you asked me for my top 5, was he on my fucking top 5?
Damn, he didn't make the top 5.
He didn't make whose top 5?
He didn't make your top 5.
So we shouldn't even be coming to me asking me a goddamn thing about Justin. Until he proves to me in 19 he can go win the Super Bowl, win without holding the triangle, which is out, and he ain't the Justin of 15 and 16 and a couple games in 17, then I'll start discussing. But he wasn't.
So you saying that Justin was a bum basically prior to Mad 17? They incorporated holding the triangle, and then he got good.
We're wasting valuable seconds of this hard.
And then the 18. Hey, look, and then the 18 turned back to a fucking bum. Because how many championships did he win in Best 3 last year? I forgot. Let me help you out. None.
So, let's move on.
Alright, so Mo. You had Justin in your top 5. Do you think 5 is too low for him?
Too low? Nah, I don't think that's too low for him, man. Like you guys are giving him a hard time, but 17, he won multiple bowls, man. I know that's 2 Mads ago, Dre. I know that's 2 Mads ago. However, I don't know what happened last year. He was kind of, focused, but he wasn't. He was in and out. Well, it was more so in and out, man. He wasn't really played or, but when I saw him play the last couple of seasons, he went back to averaging 13 wins, man. So I don't think that it's not that he can't be beat. But I just see if he really focuses and plays, man, he's worthy of 5. At least top 5 and best 3. So I know you guys got something to prove with each other this year. You can be facing each other a lot. I'm getting my popcorn ready. I can't wait to see this. But I got
I can tell you what. C-Stack Junior high speed 30 rivalry in 17, and you go do the math. It sound good.
18.
Hey,
okay.
Yeah, at 18. Go do the math, because Hollywood Ty made a comment, and it sounded good until you actually look at the numbers. He said that Stack beat me in more important games, which, if you look at it, you would think so. But we were 3-3 in the playoffs. I won 2 Super Bowls. He won none. You figure it out. Antoine, do you think that Justin deserves to be at number 5?
I would put him at number 5 for what he did in 17. And he did a little bit in 18, but I already knew he was going to fall off in 18. Like I said, he had a baby last year. He couldn't focus. I don't know if he came back and got it back yet. But he's still going. I still put him at number 5. Now he got to prove some stuff, but I think he deserves a number 5 just because he won 3 bowls in 17. So he deserves number 5.
Hey Justin, you at number 5 for right now. You better enjoy that shit, because after 19, they might not even put you in the top 10 for real. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They might just say, man, just like Jay said, man, he was a bum, and he got exposed. You know what I'm saying? But hey, number 5, I actually will put him in number 5 too. I think he probably, I don't know if he can be higher because the other 4 people on the list. But he did win multiple bowls with them Jacksonville Jaguars in 17. So congratulations. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's move on to number 4. We got an OG. We got the homeboy Jeff. Antoine, what you think about Jeff's game? Should he be a number 4, or could he possibly be higher?
Jeff could possibly be higher. If he won one more bowl, I would put him higher. Jeff is a very, very good user. Very good user. I think he was just in the wrong conference last year. He had a lot of competition in his conference last year, because he make the playoffs, but then he just he made one Super Bowl, won one Super Bowl, beat me, as a matter of fact. He beat me, but to consistently get back there, he kept running into people he should have beat. Jeff, he's a very, very good user. He does things. He knows how to do things. Throw to the receiver. I mean, Jeff is a very good user.
Absolutely. Hey Mo, do you project that Jeff will still be a top user in Madden 19?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, because we're going to be in the goddamn division this year. I'm going to be a stumbling block for his ass. However,
and he got the best defense in the game, too.
I'm about to say, I've been saying this every podcast. This dude's defense is very solid. It's tough to figure him out because he mixes up. He doesn't call the same shit. So, yeah, he definitely deserves to be a little higher than 4. However, again, it goes to who you play deep in the playoffs. So, I can see him making noise again this year, as usual. It's very consistent. So I definitely agree with that number.
All right, Jay. I know you're a Jeff fan, so speak on Jeff being number 4, or possibly being higher.
I think I had him top 3. I'm not sure what I gave you. I had him top 3. Very solid. Another one that's consistent over the best 3 of years. He just been around, always in the playoffs, even a championship game. He won a Super Bowl or been in the Super Bowl. Very solid player. I don't think I ever beat him. I ain't played him that much, but I know I haven't beat him, and I beat a lot of others, but just not Jeff. So yeah, he deserves to be up there, and I think in 19 projection, he's going to still be up there. Whether he gets to the bowl or not, that's going to be a different thing. I think it's going to spread around. I think he might get there once, but yeah, top 3. He in my top 3.
Man, Jeff's game is solid as a rock. He stay consistent and true to his game, and I think that's the key to Jeff's game. I mean, he's consistently running the football, and like Mo said, he got a solid defense. I know the holes in the defense. I ain't gonna give out no free chicken.
I need the chicken. I need the chicken.
I ain't gonna give out no free chicken, but I kind of figured some things out. He beat me the first 2 games we played, and then after that it went downhill for him. So Jeff is a solid user, man. He won the Super Bowl, and he's always in the conversation. So 4-3 is about right for him. He could possibly be higher, but I don't know. I mean, in order to be higher, you got to knock out one of these top 3 guys that we got on this list. And let's move on to number 3. We got the homie, the champ. We got Antoine at number 3.
Number 3.
What'd you think about being number 3, Antoine? Is that where you should be?
I think that's exactly what I should be. I could have got better. I think if I would have beat you in the last Super Bowl, I think I should have moved up to number 1. But I lost. So number 3 is the perfect spot for me. Yes, I lost that game. I knew what I did wrong. I am ready to get back and go on ahead to 19 right about now.
Absolutely,
so that's a good spot for me.
Man, it's number 3. Do you think he should be higher, Mo?
No, I agree with him. You know, why he just complimented himself. I agree totally. 3 is where he should be because he again epitome of consistency and very tough, very diverse. You know, in his play calling, you really don't know where he's going. You know, I teased him about running, and he made a better effort at running in 18. And you know, just because he had Melvin going doesn't mean shit. But hey, you know, he did well running the ball. But yeah, his passing game's vicious, always been. You know, and that's what makes it very tough playing Antoine. You got to be on your P's and Q's, and can't keep calling the same defense on him. He make you pay. So I think that's exactly where he is, man.
Absolutely. And one of the things you just said, you can't keep calling the same defense. He definitely one of the users that pretty much try to diagnose a defense and figure out what you in. That's why I used to always try to mix that shit up, man. That cover 1 fucked him up in the Super Bowl because he ain't never seen me really run the cover 1, and it fucked him up a little bit. And we were able to get some interceptions and put the game out of reach. Hey Jay, what you think about Antoine being the number 3?
First of all, Antoine is like my family. He knows that. I'm going to take all credit for finding this stupid motherfucker and bringing him over. Now, I didn't have Antoine at top 3 because I feel he was a doormat. He was one of them motherfuckers just like Justin to me. Was a fucking doormat. I was wiping my feet to this motherfucker. It's 15. Was it 16?
When you said 15? He said 15. He said 15.
Was it 15? 16?
Yeah, it was 25. 15 was 25, right?
Was it 16?
It was 25.
It was 25? Anyway, you was a doormat. Then all of a sudden, you got better. Now that's one thing I like about him. He's consistent. This dude can play. And it's hard to beat him. I still think he's a little cheap motherfucker. We'll see in 19 when this linebacker shit. I got my wins over him after the fact. A few wins. He kicked my ass up down the field more than I kicked his ass. But I didn't have him top 3. I had him 4 or 5. I can't remember. But Antoine, great player. Y'all niggas better watch out for him next season, though.
Man, Antoine's consistent though. I think I played in 17. We played an MVP. I played a little bit in BEST3. I think I had 1 year and a half or some shit. But in MVP, he was always one of the guys I had my eye on. He had them fucking Houston Texans, and I'm in NAV division. That shit was ridiculous. That NAV team he had, that Charger team, and I had the Kansas City Chiefs, and I always had to figure out, okay, I might have to go fuck with the Texans. And so he's been consistent in 17 and 18 from the time that I played with him. And we was going back and forth on championships between MVP, BEST3, and Gridiron last year.
I think we're the only two who won it.
Yeah, we the only ones that won the bowl. So, 3-2, he could be 2. You know what I mean? So that's definitely in the top 5. Let's move on to number 2 on the list. Now we actually had a tie on this list, and we both had 17 votes between myself and Stack Jr. But I gave the nod to Stack Jr. So I'm number 2 on the list. Mo, what you think about me being number 2 on this list? Is that too high for me?
No, that's about what I had you on my top 5. You know, your year last year was exceptional. You came and talked about it, was big about it. So can't take that away from you, you know. But just again, you know, I'm big on consistency, and over the years, he's been that in BEST3, you know. So you definitely made him a nemesis. I'm sure he hated playing you. You got there 3 times a year, every year of last Madden. So you guys are right there battling 1 and 2. You know, I gave him the slight edge at 1. So I think you right there where where he should. I don't believe did Stack win 1 last year?
No, he didn't.
Let me help you out with that. Help you out with that.
No. I already know that.
I couldn't let a motherfucker win him out there. He beat me in the playoffs, but he wasn't gonna win the fucking bowl. Let's just talk about that. Antoine, what do you think about Stack being me being the number 2?
I think that's the perfect spot for you. Now, you did win 2 bowls last year, yes. But Stack did gift you 1 of them. He had the game 1. He gifted that 1 to you. But y'all go back and forth. Like
Close only counting horseshoes and darts. And he fucked it up. And I thank him for that mistake. I had to capitalize on it.
Now, he had the Browns last year. I don't know how well he used the Browns, but now he got the Patriots. So this is the team he really uses. So we're going to see how well he does now. Even though y'all in a different division and conference now. So we're going to see how well he does. But as far as you, I think you really deserve the number 2 spot. You deserve the number 2 spot. You broadcast all your games. You got scouting report, which we want to talk about broadcasting the games and everybody saving the games. But everybody know what you're doing, but you just mixed it up. That's all. You deserve the number 2 spot.
Hey Jay, what'd you think about the King of the North being at number 2? Came in, ran his mouth, and happened to get a couple bowls. And had arguably the best player in BEST3 in his division, and pretty much, went back and forth with it.
Hey man, you like a brother. You like family. So I've seen what you could do way back in the day, even before this BEST3 stuff was going on. So you could either be 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter. You came in, did what you had to do. I saw how you can play. You ran your mouth. You stuck to it. You broadcast every game. Niggas can't catch up with it. The epic battles of Stack Jr. You said you won the Super Bowl. You did it. Hey, only thing is you just got here last season, right? Season and a half ago.
Basically.
But still, regardless, you did your thing. So I can't hold that against you. So you could either be 1 or 2. It doesn't matter.
Man, I could say 1A, but the only reason why I'm giving Stack the edge, man, I still pay homage to motherfuckers that been in the fucking league for many years and put up many championships over the years. Now, the goal for me is to try to get some Super Bowls and some championships this year. If I can do that, then we can talk about being number 1. Man, we took them Bengals, man. We had fast ass John Ross. I drafted a fast ass receiver, gave up Mixon, and got that monster running back, and then I got Jarrell Jarman. It was just a wrap, man. And we built a great team, and it was fun. We ended up winning a couple Super Bowls. So number 2 is a good spot for me. Now let's talk about number 1. We got the aforementioned Stack Jr., the legend. Was in my division. We had some battles. Jay, speak on Stack Jr. being number 1 on this list.
Again, I'm gonna start taking credit for a lot of you motherfuckers. A lot of you motherfuckers that is in this league is niggas I've known for a long time. that's kicking ass all over this joint. Now, a story I might have told Mo, but people don't know. Stack Jr. father was my supervisor, and Stack Jr. is probably maybe 10, 11, or 12 back then. And this back then when PlayStation 1 was out. Well, fortunately, I'm able to play Madden in my office or whatever. And his father came in and said, "Man, ain't none of y'all can beat my son." And he about 10 or 11. I said, "Get the hell out of here, man." I think when Mo started BEST3, that's when we pulled Stack Jr. on. He was just young. He was young. And he came in, Mo, am I wrong? He came in kicking tail. He came in kicking tail, and I told his father, I said, "Yeah, man, you're right. That dude is a cold monster." And I'm talking about this is for 10 plus, as long as we've been playing, 10 plus years straight. Stack Jr. been at the top of his game, smacking his old heads around left and right. He probably 20-something now, you know, his family, but hey, man, I have to respect him because he don't glitch. He don't hold no buttons. He just plays straight up, run, counters, throws. He got great defense. He's been winning Super Bowls. He's been going against the best. He ain't running for nobody. Only thing we had issues with was he always was choosing New England Patriots. And Patriots usually the best team in the game. And we took that option from him, and he still was on top. So, hey, man, he deserves number one. Like I said, it could be interchangeable, but he deserves number one. That man is a beast.
All right, Antoine, speak on Stack Jr.'s game, man. How was your experience with playing Stack Jr. over the last few Madden cycles?
Stack Jr. is a very, very good user. He one of the users where he keeps it close, and then at the fourth quarter, his linebacker always makes a damn play. It's just like you can never take him out of a game. And he run that man defense like no other. That's why I think 19 will be his year this year also. Because 19 is man defense is a lot better this year, and that's right up his alley. He just one of them users just always been in the championship. From when we had Day, he beat me in the Super Bowl in 17. Like he was just always in the Super Bowl. Now he didn't go to one last year. Like I said, he didn't have his team and he couldn't run his scheme. But I guarantee you, he's going to make 2 to 3 Super Bowls this man.
Yeah, he definitely put that man defense in play. But Ross and my other receiver was 99, so they wasn't having this shit. But anyway, hey Mo, let's talk on Stack Jr., man. Talk on his consistency. I know you had him at number 1 for BEST3. Why'd you put him at number 1?
Oh man, for me, him, yeah, because I don't know what Madden that was, Jay. Was it 14, 13 in your league? And I had the Colts. And it's just every championship game, whatever it was, I was running into him. And just, I couldn't ever get over the hump, ever. And it was just his defense, man. He's one of the best, or even not the best, user. I don't want to say user linebacker, just user control on switching up in defense and getting a pick.
Yeah, no matter what player it is.
So, especially with cornerbacks, he was one of the first guys that averaged like 12, 15 interceptions consistently with a cornerback. He'll draft a cornerback, whether they was 3rd, 4th, 5th round, next you know, he had 99. And you're like, what the fuck you doing? You go back and you just look at his game. He just knew how to cover. He knew how to switch and get that pick, just like that. And that was what Antoine's talking about, that game-changing play, and he still has that knock. And it's just not going to go away with him because he knows how to play his game. He doesn't deviate from his game. He doesn't copy people's game. He sticks to what he know how to do. That's why he's number 1 on my list.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, Stack Jr. had to be in the AFC North, which was the Kings division. So we played 3 games a year every year. I beat him 2 out of 3 games. He beat me in the playoffs, I think, the first couple seasons. I finally broke through and went to the Super Bowl the second year, lost to Nav. And then I played him every year in the playoffs, which is it's difficult to play a user 3 times, especially if somebody's good. He adjusts. You know what I'm saying? And so when he adjusts, I gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying? He beat me a game where he did, like Antoine said, put that man coverage, played that man with 2 safeties over the top. And I waited. I said, okay, don't worry about it. He'll get this game. But come in the playoffs, I got a recipe to destroy that fucking shit, and that's just basically.
Did we lose him?
I think we lost him.
No, wait, y'all ain't lose me. I'm here. What happened? I had a phone call that came through and fucked the broadcast up. But all right, so look, Stack is deserving to be number one, man. This dude's been consistent. He got the Patriots this year. Maybe he'll be able to get to the Super Bowl. That's the only way I'll get a chance to play him. Unless in a conference type of matchup. But it was, I always look forward to those games though. Actually, because I like to play the best, man. The dude was obviously the best. He don't talk a lot though. I can tell you that. He talking to DM or in your text message and shit. But he don't get on group me, run his mouth like me. He's the total opposite to me. I come in the group, I'm gonna run my mouth and tell you what the fuck I'm gonna do, and then let
call back to back.
Alright, so look. Going into 19, I just heard Antoine say something about broadcasting. What'd you think about broadcasting, Antoine?
I think everybody should broadcast and everybody should say their games. I mean, I do it on mine, you do it on yours. I mean, it's almost like we're giving out like scouting reports to people who are not giving out scouting reports. I mean, if you look at the NFL, even in high school, even high school, they have tape on people. I think everybody should broadcast and say their games to stop the fuckery, like you said. I think you said it's stop the fuckery and to see if anybody cheating. It's also good for evidence too. So I think everybody should broadcast and at least say their games.
No, I agree. They need to at least save it. Broadcast, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about every game. Definitely.
Hey, we got the commission, man. You gotta make your petition to the commission.
Okay,
and that was one of the. Hey, look, that was one of the things I when last year I talked about broadcasting every game, and Mo know that. I did it. I mean, I broadcast every game. I'm used to doing it. I talked to Jay about it. For me, I think it does a couple things. Okay. First thing, like you said, you cut out the fuckery. So if somebody cheating, everybody had the evidence right there. And when people watching the games, they tend to not try to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, it forces people to expand their game. You know what I'm saying? I had to be forced to expand my game because I know people watching my broadcast. So when they see a certain play or see me line up and do a certain thing, oh, that shit coming. Oh, I've seen this motherfucker do this shit plenty of times. So then when we play, I got to say, okay, I might try it a couple times, but then I know if they made an adjustment, like one of my bliss said, when I bring them linebackers coming from the outside, I used to murder people with the shit early, but then people made adjustments. So I had to make an adjustment and make it look like I was coming with them two linebackers on the outside, but they were going in coverage, and that made a big difference. So I'm a proponent of, of course, of broadcasting every game or whatever, and maybe that'll be something where we can come up with some type of compromise too, as far as the broadcasting of games. What you think about broadcasting games, Jay?
Oh, I don't mind it. No, I do agree because I noticed when I broadcast, and I would tend to expand my game a little bit more because I know folks are watching. So, I do agree. I agree with it. I would vote with it, but again, I'm a co-commissioner, so I'm gonna go whatever Mo says. That's what I'm going with.
Well, honestly, I don't see the issue with folks saving their game. I have no idea why it wasn't done. This year has to be different. They have to save their games when they broadcast. Just like you said, for fuckery situations, man, and too many people trying to bend the rules and try to say, oh, well, you didn't write it specifically. I get that shit a lot, especially with people who are supposed to be supporting my fucking views. And people know who I'm talking about. I don't know, man, guys. We're going to have to talk about it every game. We're going to have to talk about it.
I think people don't want to say their game because they only have like 4 or 5 plays. They don't want to get exposed. So that's why they don't want to say their game.
Yeah, I know last year, I believe the Giants user, who's no longer with us, I ain't going to say his name, I'm just going to say the Giants user, was crying and complaining that he had to broadcast games, and it was based off of what Madden did. It's nothing. Mo didn't pick on him to broadcast the fucking games. It just so happened that team was on prime time.
Yeah.
And he had to broadcast his game.
Hey, I don't want to hear nobody complain about broadcasting. I was game of the week 8 weeks in a row, ain't complaining one time. Okay. Hey, there's no point of complaining about broadcasting.
That is kind of suspect. Cause them game of the week, some dudes may not never broadcast ever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because they will never be on game of the week, and that's not fair to the rest of the league. That's why I don't like it. Yeah, I was on there 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? I ain't cried, but I was on it. I know some folks that didn't broadcast at all that season.
Well, maybe that'll be something that we can revisit at some point. Like I said, I'm a proponent of broadcasting because of I know the effects that it has on people's game, and just like in real NFL, they have the all 22. They can look at a team, and when they're preparing for a team, you know, like a motherfucker like Tony, that motherfucker was on my broadcast stealing plays. But they're able to go on and look at the game and be able to come up with a game plan. It makes it that much more challenging throughout the year for me. In my mind, I think that'll be a positive thing. All right, so look, we get to the end of the show. We got the top 10. We went to the top 5. What are you excited about Madden 19, Mo? Are you excited to get this year started and see if you can win you a bowl?
I am excited. I'm excited to definitely get a couple of division titles, man. I'm being fucking completely honest, and I'm pumped up about it, man. I know Jeff is in my division, one of the best. I've rated him high, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Fuck that. It's time for me to make a bounce back. Ain't nothing in my way but Jeff, and I got to do it. So, and Jeff, I'm coming for you. I said it last podcast. I'm coming.
You heard it first from Mo. He said it with his chest. He said he coming for Jeff. He ready for 19. Hey, Baker Mayfield. The Browns, man. Say it with your chest, man. You ready for 19?
Hey, the
ready
Baker
to get started?
The Baker Browns are ready. I'm ready to whoop on an expert little brother, little cousin, whatever his name is, Matty Ice. I'm ready to take on the Bengals. I think he's the only threat I have in my division. I mean, we got Chris and Will Free, but it's basically me and Baker. I mean, the Bengals.
Shit, Will Free went to a Super Bowl last year, so you can't discount him.
And he lost that Super Bowl. Okay, look, I already got it. Okay, I already got it.
Hey, I seen something in the chat. The motherfucking Steelers, Will Free came at Baker Browns. He said, who the fuck is the Browns?
Hey, the only way he has a chance if he throws it to Antonio Brown all game long, which he probably do. I know I would. Like, he's on the cover for a reason. That's the only way he's going to win.
All right, Jay, man. Say it with your chest, man. Madden 19. Are you ready to take them 49ers and win you some divisions?
Nah, fuck that. I'm trying to get to the Super Bowl. Anyway, off subject, I did have Will in my top 10. I had Will. I think he's a solid player. So y'all niggas better watch that guy right there, man. But anyway,
underrated. Yeah, underrated.
Y'all better. But anyway, yeah, I'm ready. I'm 2K'd out, so I'm ready to get on this Madden, and I'm gonna show Cuddy and motherfucking Stillin' Tony and I don't know the other guy, whoever he is in there. It's gonna be. I'm about to get that division. So y'all already know. I'm letting y'all niggas know. I'm home at 6 p.m. for kickoff. Don't ask me nothing else. I'm home at 6 p.m. for kickoff. My mic will be on. And the shit talking will commence. So I'm ready to kick somebody's ass.
Hey, man. Madden 19. I'm going to say it with my chest. I'm ready. And I'm ready for Madden 19 because I've heard a lot of great things about it. Because it's not a game for gamers. And when I say gamers, I'm talking about fucking bums who know the glitches to the game, who know how to hold the triangle button or some shit, or who I ain't know nothing about that shit to the end of the Madden cycle. I was like, what the fuck? But it's a game for people who are football people. Your play calling going to have to be on point. You're going to have to game plan versus just coming out with your favorite 4 or 5 plays. Okay, you're gonna need to have more. It's 500 plays in the playbook. You're allowed to use more than 5 plays or 6 plays in the game. It's okay, and I'm really excited about that. I'm excited for this new rivalry with Justin. But in order to be a rivalry, the other person got to beat him. You know what I mean? He beat me one time at 17, so I don't consider him a rival. You know what I mean? But it's just gonna be definitely fun to see him in my division. And hell to the Redskins, man. At least I get to see him win in the game, man. I like the team that we have in real life too. I think we got a sleeper team, and I got Lamar Jackson. So y'all already know what's going down. Darius Geis and Action Jackson together, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I see. I'm gonna be ready for 19, ready for them bum Cowboys, ready for Ty. I see you ain't jump on. And let me say something to all you motherfuckers that said you couldn't jump on. Let me say something to y'all. Hey, look, you want to get on, you want to run your mouth in the chat, okay, and talk about you got something to say. But when I hit you up, it's crickets. So don't complain or say, you know what I mean. I give you an opportunity to get on. And you don't get on. I know Antoine was about to say. So what you about to say, Antoine?
I was about to say the same thing. Don't run your mouth. Say I got something to say. The South got something to say. Then the South don't get on, and we hit all of y'all out. I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
And the South ain't gonna win shit because I went over to Gridiron, which is the South's league, and they didn't win shit. So that's what the South got to say. The South got to say they ain't gonna win shit. They had to go recruit some other motherfuckers to try to beat us. So, hey, it ain't happening either. Let me put it like this. You ain't eating over here. Hey, look, but I want to thank my man. The Commissioner Mope. Thanks, dog.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make it great.
I want to thank Jay for his work, man, and getting on.
That's right. I'm here always.
And I want to thank I might have to call him a co-host, man.
The co-host Baker Brown, baby. Baker Brown.
I call him a co-host, man. Antoine been on almost every broadcast, man. I want to thank him for his participation, man. At least if he has something to say, he ain't no bitch. He'll get on.
I'm gonna say it. I just said something about pissing people off on this broadcast. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not, but
Hey, so look. It's the King of the North. Well, actually, now I'm not the King of the North no more. I'm the former King of the North. I'm the Beast in the East. I'm running the AFC, and